name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm going to say welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. Today, we're going to talk about Amazon and a couple things Amazon's doing that I think is really interesting, as well as what's happening with this crazy stock market. So get comfortable, buck up, seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that you are Black first. Black first means that we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means that we put our community as our top priority. Black first means we educate our kids and make sure that they are champions for the future. So if you agree with the philosophy, put a hashtag B and the number one in the chat, hashtag B1. Hey, John C. Taylor, and my name is Corey and Nathaniel Lockridge and Courtney Tarver. I see you. Okay, so the stock market took a big dip today. How many of y'all lost money? If you made money, say made money. If you lost money, say lost money. So either made or lost. How many made monies do we have in the room, and how many lost monies do we have? There should be more lost monies. If you're investing properly, you should have probably lost a little bit of money today. And the reason that I'd say it that way is because the stock market is a place where you want to be diversified. And if your portfolio is not sort of tracking with the general overall Dow Jones or general overall S&P 500, there's a good chance your tracking's off. Your diversification is what it should be. If you got a whole bunch of money in Tesla or the a large percentage of your portfolio in Dogecoin, then you're not going to have the right correlation. So some days when the market goes down, you're going to go up and you're going to feel like that's okay. When actually financial theory, which you guys know that's my thing. Financial theory says that if you are not sort of at least somehow tracking or connected to general overall market moves, there's a good chance you're investing wrong. Okay, so that's just my 2 cents. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you some tips on that. One of the things that really stuck out to me today was Amazon. Amazon is doing some really interesting things lately. Amazon has announced that they're going to pay $350,000 as the base pay for some of their corporate people. Now, this is the top. That's the top pay that you can get as a base salary, but that's a huge jump. I think the number before was much lower than that. And so Amazon is really in a competitive, tight labor market. One of the things they talked about is they said, look, Amazon's a great place to work, but it looks like we're having trouble getting employees. So Amazon is putting a bunch of money out there to attract the best talent. So if you're out there on the job market, you're looking for places to work, maybe you can look at Amazon. I'm not, we talk about being bosses and owning things and all that. And I believe you should do that, but there's no job shaming here. So there's nothing wrong with going and putting your resume out there and getting that job as long as you're happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. I just want you to be happy. And I want you to be safe. I want you to be financially secure. Now, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up if you haven't done it. Also, if you're on Facebook or some other platform where you can hit a share button, share the video because we are in hot pursuit of intelligent Black media. I believe that some of the media out here is just stupid and crazy and ignorant. And I don't want Black people to be ignorant. I don't want Black people to lose. I want Black people to win. So we are pushing and creating Black media where you can be smart. It's okay to be smart. It's okay to be smart. I'm proud of my PhD. I'm proud of the fact that I would rather read a book than hang out in the club. I'm proud of the fact that I spent 8, 9, 10 hours a day studying when I was in school. So we need to bring Black pride and Black excellence and Black education. Let's forget all that nonsense that's out there. All right. So anyway, let me talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the market. I don't have a ton of time. We're doing our level up consultation tonight. I think we have one more spot. It's only 8 people, but if you want to join, you can go to boycewatkins.com. You can still sign up. So feel free to do that. But I'm going to start in an hour. It's the last time I'm going to do a level up in a while. So it's basically me and a small group of people face to face in the private Zoom meeting where we talk about your financial challenges and what you're trying to do. If you're watching this live and you still want to join, I think there's one more spot. So you can go to boycewatkins.com, but you got to jump in there quick. All right. So here's what is also happening in the market. Stocks tumbled mainly because of this thing that's going on in the Ukraine. The Ukraine has some chaos going on. There's some real gangster stuff going on out there where the Russians are thinking about invading Ukraine. I still have to go read exactly why the Russians are so mad at Ukraine. I don't know all the details of that. It probably has to do with accessing resources or feeling like that that country belongs to them somehow, right? Same way the Chinese are feeling that way about Taiwan. The Chinese get really offended when you acknowledge Taiwan. Well, because the Russians are starting to do border exercises, military exercises on the border, and are posturing for an invasion, this has caused the price of oil to go up, because there's a lot of oil made in Russia and the Ukraine and places like that, the Eastern Europe, and also it's caused your stock prices to go down. They went down because risk is just bad. When the world's starting to get gangster and there's a threat of war, some of the military weapons manufacturers, those stocks go up. But the general market tends to go down because what's happened is that the risk premium of the market has increased. So there's more risk. All the financial models say that when risk is high, prices go down. That's what you're looking at right now. That's why you probably lost money. Now, as I move forward, first of all, I want to say thank you, Linda Holman. She says, "You look nice, Dr. Boyce." Well, I appreciate it. My wife got me the sweater. I look good. I look nice, y'all. How I look? I'm looking sharp today. Anyway, I'm being silly. Thank you, Linda. I'm humbled by that. Thank you so much. But here's the deal. Here's what I want you to kind of consider. From what I've read in terms of my own analysis of this market drop, this could be a buying opportunity. This could be a buying opportunity because right now the market's reacting to rumors, innuendo, and speculation, right? And the market tends to overreact. I'm a believer that right now the market's overreacting a little bit, and you could see a little bit of a bump come Monday. So if you have some big, solid companies with good balance sheets that you've been thinking about investing in, this might be a time to go ahead and get some of that real cheap. I don't know exactly which companies went down and up. I'll look here, see if I see anything that I like in particular. Let's see here. Where was the stock? What was the stock that I liked? Because I gave you guys some stocks this week. And if you go to boycewatkins.com, you can join my stock market investing class. But there were some stocks I gave you guys this week. I'm trying to remember what they were. You know what? I'll come back later and give you some stocks. I'll give you a stock or two that I recommend. I can't remember exactly what I picked for the students this week. I did some research and grabbed some. And if you are in the class, log in at the blackstockmarketprogram.com and get the picks. This might be a time to make your move. Remember, when the market dips, that's your opportunity to buy cheap. When the market goes up, that might be your opportunity to pull some off the table, reallocate your portfolio, possibly liquidate if you have another investment in another area. You want to spread your money out. You don't want to have it all in one place. So this Russian thing is going to be kind of the number one talking point. The other big talking point is the Fed. A lot of people are speculating that the Fed is going to do a 50 basis point rate hike at the next Fed meeting, which is a big deal. 50 basis points. Each basis point is 0.01%. So a basis point, 50 basis point hike will be 1/2 of 1%, right? So, so the federal funds rate will go up, which reduces the money supply, which should cause the economy to slow down. The stock prices are adjusting to that. The big debate now is how many rate hikes will the Fed do? I think it was Morgan Stanley or Goldman, one of the two, predicted as many as 7 rate hikes this year, which I think is a lot. I don't know if they're going to get that far. And there's also a little bit of debate as to whether or not that first rate hike is going to be 50 basis points or something different. But just sort of pay attention to that because that's going to affect your portfolio. But overall, though, the economy has a lot of steam behind it. There's a lot of money being made. Companies like Amazon, I was talking about Amazon earlier. Well, let me finish telling you why I was impressed with Amazon. I love reading about the moves they're making. They're just always expanding and doing these great things. So one of the things that they're doing now is they're really digging into the streaming space. There's a lot of competition in the streaming space with Peacock out here and Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. I watched the long interview with the CEO of Disney, and he's doing some really interesting things. Amazon is spending $1 billion. Did they say $1 billion? Let me. It doesn't even sound right with me saying it, but yeah, I think Amazon spent. Hold on, that can't be right. Yeah, holy crap. Holy crap. It is $1 billion. Sorry, guys. Y'all gotta forgive me. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. I'm feeling sorry, I'm shaking a little bit because they said they're spending $1 billion on the Lord of the Rings series. That's a lot of money to spend on damn, wow. Let me read some of this from the New York Post. This is big. This says Amazon is very serious about competing with the Netflixes and the Disneys. Now they have a different business model, but wow, this is pretty gangster. So they said Middle Earth has never looked so good. Amazon has given a sneak peek to its highly anticipated, highly expensive Lord of the Ring prequel series, The Rings of Power, and its very attractive cast. look more at home in Hollywood than they do in Hobbiton. Let's see here. I'm looking to see. Okay, so the Rings of Power is set to take place 1,000 years before the events of the Lord of the Rings. However, there won't be many crossover characters, with Amazon creating new racially diverse roles in order to modernize Middle Earth. Okay, so they got some black people. I guess you got some black elves up in here. I'm looking at the cost. Like, that's insane. I don't think I've ever heard of a series costing $1 billion. That's pretty huge. That's a big deal. Let me see. How many of y'all watch like stuff like the Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings. How many of y'all even think the Lord of the Rings is interesting? Let me look at I'm so cute. Now I'm Googling. Let me see here. Budget of Lord of the Rings. The original Lord of the Rings was 94 million. But let me see if I can find the budget on Amazon. So here's what the Hollywood Reporter is saying. The Hollywood Reporter says Amazon is going to spend, $465 million for the first season. Holy crap. That's insane. That's a lot of money. Sheesh. They said, what I can tell you is Amazon's going to spend $650 million in season 1 alone. So this is another number that they put out there. So they said that they're going to spend $500 million for multiple seasons of the show. So they start off by saying $450 million, but then they're saying $650 million. That's huge. That really says Amazon's trying to become a major player in this whole streaming space. Now my name is Corey. I do kind of agree with you. There's something about Lord of the Rings that bores me a little bit. It's kind of weird. I didn't fall asleep during The Hobbit, but I did fall asleep during Lord of the Rings. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe that means I'm a weirdo. I probably am. But that's big. That's big that Amazon is spending that kind of money. I'm really curious to see what that turns into. I really think that this says Amazon's going to be a major competitor in the streaming space, but their business model is different from, say, Peacock and Netflix and Disney. All of them have different approaches. All of them have different assets that they can leverage. Disney has this massive portfolio of all these major brands from Marvel and everything else they're pulling together. And they also got things like theme parks and other ways to merchandise their brands. Netflix doesn't have any of that. Netflix, you ain't never been to no Netflix theme park in your life, right? But then you've got, so Netflix is kind of straight content, straight streaming. That's it. So Netflix is kind of a tough stock to invest in because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen to Netflix when this market gets saturated. Now, how many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you feel like there's just too many streaming services anyway? Like there's just so much out here. It's just ridiculous. You can't watch it all. It's kind of like too much content to take in. I feel that way. I feel like, my God, there's so many good services out here. But, you look at Apple Plus. Apple Plus has a different objective. I don't think Apple Plus is trying to live off their streaming revenue. They're like, we just want to sell you an iPhone, right? You go over to, let's see, we mentioned Disney. Peacock. Peacock is interesting. Peacock has a free model where they're like, you can have it for free, or you can pay a little bit and have the commercials, or you can pay a little bit more and have no commercials at all. But Peacock is tiny compared to Netflix and Amazon and all that. So what's going on is Peacock has actually told Netflix, give us back our stuff, right? Give us back our content because we want to compete with you. We want to build and compete with you. And so all the new Warner Brothers movies, again, that's one thing Peacock has. They own major studios. A lot of their content's going to start coming out on Peacock. So it's real interesting watching these different platforms sort of have their different business models. Amazon's investing billions in building their own studios. And also Amazon ain't trying to get you to subscribe to their movies. Amazon's trying to get you to become a Prime member so you can buy their merchandise, right? That's their goal. They're like, look, you can have the movies for free. We don't care. Just become a Prime member and make sure you stay that way. So there's a lot of different ways to skin this cat. So it's going to be really fascinating to see who wins. Eventually, the market will get saturated and there'll just be too many streaming services. It's going to be a complete hot mess, but it's going to be interesting to watch. So anyway, that's it. So good for Amazon, good for Jeff Bezos. They're a smart company, good investment. That's a stock pick I'll lay out for you right now. I'm a big believer in long-term investment in Amazon, especially when Amazon dips. That's a dip I'm willing to buy. Okay, guys. So anyway, I'm about to get out of here. If you want to join our stock market investing class, we meet every Tuesday for class, and I break down and analyze a lot of things for you and answer your questions and give you access to a ton of content. So if you're interested in joining, just go to boycewatkins.com. Use the code word Dr. Boyce, DRBOYCE, and you can get 20% off anything in the Black Business School. So feel free to do that. That's something I want to offer you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. I hope this conversation was helpful. I'll be back as I see more developments in this arena, and I love you, and I hope you make a ton of money. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.